Just Outdoors is brought to you by the following community supporters.
Jervelin Hardware Inc., Deer River. Jervelin Hardware offers a broad selection of paints and sporting goods and a complete line of plumbing and electrical supplies. Jervelin Hardware, 108 Main Avenue, Deer River.
Meridian Medical Clinic. Located in Grand Rapids, Meridian Medical Clinic is dedicated to providing quality medical care for every stage of life. Meridian offers a variety of family practice services, including on-site laboratory and digital radiography.
Meds One Emergency Medical Services. Meds One provides mobile advanced life support, critical care response, and comprehensive EMS support services, such as response planning, education, event standby, and consulting.
Hi, my name is Tom Chapin, and welcome to Just Outdoors. This is a program to bring you the bare facts about the waters, wildlife, and fish in Itasca County. And today we have a couple of special guests with us involving the 2011 Governor's Fishing Opener, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And Gary McInerney.
Hi, Tom. Good
Thanks
to
for
be
coming
here.
in.
Thank you.
And Steve Arbour. Thanks
Nice
for
to be
coming
here.
in. You two guys are involved with this heavily into putting this on and getting this thing going for 2011 on May 13th and 14th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is that when this is going to take place? You know, I was talking to you guys beforehand, and this is really a big deal for Grand Rapids and the area. I didn't realize how much was involved and how many people are going to be involved in this thing. This is a huge media effort for the Grand Rapids area. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be talking about also how the public can get involved with this. But I'd first like to have the people understand and know who we're talking to here. So Gary, could you tell us a little about yourself and how you got involved with this?
I've been here in Grand Rapids since about 1991, and been involved in a lot of different things. I'm on the city council, and I'm representing the city as one of the co-sponsors of this event. We co-sponsor with the City of Grand Rapids, the Grand Rapids Area Chamber of Commerce, and Visit Grand Rapids, and then Minnesota. What does Carol work for in Minnesota?
Explore Minnesota.
Explore Minnesota.
Explore Minnesota. Okay.
So
yeah.
we're basically we represent that group of people.
Okay.
And the bulk of the funds that come from to sponsor this are through donations and in-kind delivering of equipment and material and food and these type of things.
We'll be talking about how that that works here and how much is going to be needed for this and how far you are along with this and everything.
Sure. Okay.
Steve Arbour, tell us a little about yourself and how you got really involved with this thing.
Well, I came to Grand Rapids '93 as the president of Wells Fargo Bank and retired in 2003 and worked at Gemini Sport Marketing for about 7 years and retired again. And a little over a year ago, probably about 18 months ago, a group of us got together and talked about doing an application for the Governor's Fishing Opener because you have to apply for it. and so we were approved and got going on it last May. We went up to Captogama and saw their fishing opener, and so we've been working pretty hard since early this year, or early last year, 2010, finding sponsors and that type of stuff.
Okay, let's get into this, the sponsorship and how many are necessary, and the actual dollars funding here that it takes to put this thing on. And you know, I don't know anything about this, so I'm going to be asking questions I think the public is want to ask on this thing. You got a new governor coming to Grand Rapids, right. And this is something that's been going on for many years, since 48 or something like that? 1948. So. Yeah. This is a Minnesota thing, isn't it?
It's a very, very Minnesota tradition.
Right,
yes. And so for Grand Rapids to be part of this is pretty special, isn't it? To have the amount of media coming to an area like this for a couple days to promote the area. The promotion is very valuable too. There's a lot of income that is possible into the area because of this.
Yeah,
right?
that's really the key, Tom. This is, you know, people say, is this a political thing? It really isn't. It's highlighting the Grand Rapids area. It's working with the media. We expect to have somewhere between 125 and 175 media people from radio, papers, magazines, TV at this event. And part of our committee is the media committee. So they will be putting things together for the people coming into town, stories about the area, ideas about the area. And then the fishing host, of course, will take these writers out onto Pekegama, where that's the official governor's fishing opener location for this year.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the agenda on this thing. Yeah. Because I think the local folks are going to want to know when this thing kicks off and how they can get involved as the public. There's some areas of this whole thing that the public isn't involved.
That's correct.
But there's a banquet put on. There's a lot of food going to be served during this thing, and where the public is going to be able to attend these things. And we'll get into that the last part of the show. But as far as putting this thing on, we're going to talk about that. This a huge endeavor. How many folks do you have involved on your committees right now, just locally?
Well, I would say that we have an executive committee right now that makes up about 8 or 9 people. And then we have the actual committee members and co-chairs, and that represents about 15 to 20 different people, different committees. Mm-hmm. And each group of people is responsible for the areas of work that they're going to be doing, and Steve is the one that kind of supplies them with all the information and all the money, and there's a volunteer group that if let's say the Shore Lunch Committee needs volunteers, they'll tell Steve that they need, or the volunteer committee, they'll tell them that we need 15-20 people. And then this volunteer committee will go out and get the people, and then it's an interaction between all the different events that we have, and then as you mentioned, we'll get into the different events later on. One thing I do want to stress here is that the amount of advertising that we're going to be getting for the area, we kind of estimate, and the Visit Minnesota people estimate there's about a $600,000 worth of advertising that happens here that we'll be getting in for the area, and that's what it's all about, is promoting the Grand Rapids area.
Sure, it's a promotion thing. That's what this whole thing is.
And it's not funded by this city or counties or anything like that. It's all funded through volunteer.
So there's no tax money going in.
There's no tax money going in.
And people that want to volunteer can get involved as much as they want.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
If it's nothing more than buying a $5 raffle ticket,
that's right.
They can go that far.
That's correct.
And we'll be talking about the raffle later too. There's a lot involved here for the local people here, where they can get involved if they'd like to. Okay, so you've got all these people coming to Grand Rapids for a lot of them be here like on an overnight, right? It'd be like a Friday night,
Two nights.
Saturday, or even 2 nights. Where are you going to put all these people? I mean,
The main event is scheduled out at Rutgers with the sawmill handling the overflow, so to speak, for rooms. Timberlake Lodge will be doing some of the food events, and then up at the Civic Center. So that's kind of where things will be happening over the weekend.
okay. You have some statistics there and information on how this thing is put on in the different committees and how you're going to kick this thing off. What can you tell us a little about that to begin with on a Thursday?
Well, we start out, we'll have a host dinner, fishing host dinner, and those are kind of the guides, but we can't call them guides because of the Coast Guard. They will have a dinner and rules committee dinner Thursday night and kind of get the layout of what they can do and not do with the riders. Then Friday we have registration. Friday night up at the Civic Center we're preparing to feed 4,000 people.
4,000 people.
Yeah,
okay, and that's on a Saturday, but
no, that's Friday night.
Well, that's Friday night. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
open to the public.
Friday night.
That's open to the public, and it is free.
Is the governor going to be at that?
He is supposed to be there for a short time. He'll come in. We haven't been able to tie down timing on some of that stuff yet, Tom, but he is supposed to show up for a while and kind of mingle with the crowd, we hope. And
Okay. There's a fee for this?
nope.
No, it's all
No
free.
fee.
Explore Minnesota says all of this stuff has to be free to the public and to the guests coming in.
Okay. And what kind of meal is it going to be?
We're going to have pulled pork, Captain Ken's beans. For dessert, we'll have Kemp's ice cream sandwiches, and Pepsi will be providing the pop and water. And we'll probably, I'm not sure if we're having anything else in addition.
I'm not sure. The menu keeps changing and how people...
Okay. We're kind of getting into the schedule here
right,
now,
yeah.
but the 13th, is that the 13th?
Yes.
Okay, that's a Friday night. And what's the timing on that?
Well, right now, we'll probably start somewhere around 4:30 and go until 7:30.
4:30 till 7:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's open to the public. Anybody who wants to come down and
That's it.
mingle
Rain or
with-
shine.
And who are they going to be mingling with there?
Well, there'll
You
be
got fishing guides.
The fishing guides hopefully will be there. You'll have all of the riders, because that's one of the meals that we provide for the riders too. And so we hope all the riders or the media people are there. And Tom, just to make sure that these people do their job, Explore Minnesota does follow up and make sure that they do report on the area and the event.
Sure.
Or else they don't get
They don't
invited
come back. Sure, they don't
Yeah.
get invited back. That's their
Yeah.
job to do that. Okay, so somebody goes to this event. There's a lot of folks they can talk to for information. Is the DNR going to be there with anything?
Yes, the DNR will be there. There's going to be some activities for this
Yes.
event too, and we hope to have some events for kids. There'll be some actual events in the schools on Friday.
Oh, great.
And then they'll have some stations up there. I know the DNR at Captogama this past spring brought in a big fish tank and had northerns and crappies and walleyes.
Sure.
And then they had different outdoor type activities for kids. They really like to try and focus on kids. We hope to have the DNR talk about the exotic species issues.
Yeah, there's some new regulations on that that
They're
people are
really-
going to have to be aware of this summer.
It'll be very expensive if they don't learn
up,
them.
Right away, yeah.
Yeah, it's even they're getting down to the fact where you even have to pull the plug out of your boat before you transport now, and
Yeah.
going to be a few people forgetting about that. But it takes sometimes years for those to
Yeah.
creep into your actual activity.
And we hope to have some training on that.
Yeah.
I hope the DNR and will do some of that.
Sure.
And we'll have some extra Fraybill minnow buckets to hand out at that dinner too.
Okay.
So
So it's very worthwhile if somebody wants to get involved with this whole thing, and even it's not a political thing as far as the
Not
people
at
coming
all.
in at all. It's
No.
just an event
Right.
to promote Grand Rapids and the surrounding
right.
area.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
And
that's
that's
what it's
really the
doing.
key, Tom. We want to promote and we want the fishing industry people to be involved and help educate the public on some things.
One more question before we get on to the schedule going on after Friday. These media people, How far are they brought in? What's the radius of some of these folks that come in?
Last year, Tom, we were interviewed by a radio station down in Winona, and we know that they come in from Canada, they come in from Wisconsin, kind of all over the upper Midwest. We have the different sponsors that are, what Cabela's was from Nebraska,
Yep.
and Freewell is from Wisconsin, and so we have a lot of sponsors and suppliers from throughout the whole area. We have a lot of people from Kemp's and from Steve can talk more about that than I, because I'm not sure.
You got General Mills, Panagold, Hormel, a lot of Captain Ken's beans.
And I suppose a lot of the, most of the media out of the Twin Cities area would probably be up here.
There'll be a fair amount from the Twin Cities, Duluth,
sure.
and the northern Minnesota. But again, it's Explore Minnesota gets the registration kind of application from the media, so they'll check it out.
Sure.
And make sure that they're doing.
You're right. It's kind of hard to put a dollar figure on the importance of this to the area, isn't it? I mean, you really don't know. Like you said, $600,000. It could be way more than that.
Exactly.
It's really, really hard to say, but. You want that Grand Rapids area to stick in people's mind after Saturday.
That's right.
For an area to come to enjoy.
Well, we've got, really about 33 key committee members right now, and there's a lot of people, that work on those committees. So already we've expanded to quite a few folks in the community. And one of them, the media group, has come up with some great ideas. They found a flash drive that looks like a fishing lure. You pull it apart, you can put the flash drive into your computer. So we're going to download things about the Grand Rapids area, about fishing opportunities, lots of things. So rather than hand a stack of papers and say, here, go, use this, it's going to be
all electronic now, so you can hand all these folks, the media people, a flash drive, and there's Grand Rapids right there.
There'll be stories and pictures and fish pictures.
Boy, what an advantage that is. Huh?
Oh, yeah. We want this to be one that they remember.
Good. Okay, now we're at Friday night. We've already gone through the dinner for the public.
Okay.
And now Saturday morning, the opening of fishing season. When does that kick off and where?
Well, right now we're looking at Zorbas is where the governor is going to be coming out of. And this will be about 7:30 in the morning.
Okay, right along 169 there on the south side of the bridge.
That's correct. Okay. And that will be the same area that we have our shore lunch. And we'll have the media will be there, and there'll be other activities involved in the send-off for the governor there.
Okay.
The governor somewhat determines what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. But we'll have breakfast at Rutgers and the Sawmill for probably over 500 people that will participate in the event, and the same number for shore lunch.
Okay. This is kind of a controlled event, isn't it?
Right. That's invite only.
Invite only, the media, whoever's invited for this. And then they go out on Pokegama. Pokegama is the main lake that they're going to be fishing during this event, but where the governor's obviously going to be fishing. But they'll be fishing other lakes too, won't they? Some of these. They
are able to do that if the hosts would want to bring them out there. It depends on the news people, media. If they want to fish Winnie or they want to fish Sugar or whatever, they can do that.
They can do that too. Now you're talking about these fishing hosts. Tell us a little about that and how many are needed.
Well, we need about 125 of them because we put 2 people in the boat with them. So we're figuring that we'll have somewhere between 250 media, sponsor, guests, the governor's party, that type of thing. So we need probably close to 125.
How many do you have now? I mean, are you looking for fishing hosts at this moment?
Tom Newstrom and Diane Skelly are the chairs for that, and they've got something over 50 right now. But they still need, obviously, 75 more to participate. And they're looking for people that have good fishing boats and understand fishing. And
they want
go to the lake.
But also understand the community and
Sure.
our salespeople for the community, because that's really what it's
all about. You bet. So if somebody wants to get involved as a fishing host, who do they call?
They can call either Diane Skelly or Tom Newstrom.
Diane Skelly, Tom Newstrom, and they'll get them involved in
Yeah. And if
being
they-
a fishing host. Just like a guide, but fishing host, the person that's going to take them out for however long they want to go out someplace.
It
on that
will
particular
probably
day.
go until about 2 in the afternoon, so they
Okay.
can come in and have their shore lunch and go back out a little bit if they want. And it's an all catch and release
Okay.
type event.
Bring your
too.
cameras along, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hope for some pretty
Nice weather.
nice weather.
Yeah, that would be
We've had
great.
some really lousy weather on some of these openers. That's not the best time of the year, but you never know. It's a little later this year, so maybe we can get into some better weather. But okay, now we're in the morning of Saturday. When does this shore lunch thing start to take place? Is
It'll
that
take place probably between 11:30 and 1:30 at Zorba, so the boats with the guests will come in during that time, and they can have a nice lunch. And Explore Minnesota requires walleye, so
it's going to be a walleye lunch, and
walleye
it's going to be
lunch.
down on the beach area.
yeah,
there?
down on
That's
the beach.
great.
And who's putting that on?
Well, our committee is putting it on.
Okay. And you got help doing that?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and we've got a
You got a
special
shore lunch committee that's
Yep,
doing all
yep.
this.
It probably looks like right now is that the Cohasset Fire Department and the Grand Rapids Fire Department will be working on that portion of the event. So volunteers are always needed, and we definitely need those. I believe that at the end of the show, we're going to give a list of people to call and different organizations or different chairmen that to call if people want to help. And we need a lot of volunteers.
Yeah, we'll have that list up for everybody
Right,
here
yeah,
at the end of the show. They can take a look at that and see if they can connect with anybody there. If they want to get involved,
Yeah, and
that's the number to
if they
call.
have any questions, they can get a hold of Sherry Zeppelin and visit Grand Rapids. And she kind of is coordinating a lot of stuff, and she
Okay.
has the lists of everybody
That's
too.
on the computer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so she can email stuff out to people very
Oh,
easily.
good. Okay, so it really sounds like you guys are getting ahead of this thing a little bit. Boy, you almost have to, don't you? When you got
You really do.
this many people coming for that short a time, you really got to have it together. Now we're into the Saturday afternoon thing, and pretty much the fishing will be ending toward the later afternoon,
Yep.
and everybody's going to congregate somewhere, I would imagine, on
yeah.
Saturday evening.
You know, there'll be a celebration dinner for about 400, and that again is invite only kind of thing. And that'll be at the Timber Lake Lodge. So we'll have a nice dinner there, and the governor and the tourism people will have a short program. There won't be any real entertainment or anything, but it's a structured situation where there'll be kind of a cocktail hour, greet and meet, where the media can kind of talk to some of the local folks if they want, and then have a nice dinner, and the governor will thank everybody, and a very short program.
Short program.
And then they announce who the next year's winner is.
Okay. Okay, they do that a year in advance.
Yeah.
In year in advance, yeah, because we've been working on this now for about 18 months.
Yeah, long time.
So we started in '09 when we put the package together.
Did you know you were going to be, you were chosen 18 months ago?
No.
Well, you didn't. You just
We-
figured
we've-
that sometime down the line.
We just found out when the governor's fishing opener for 2000.
And we found out
10
probably in April
Okay.
of 2010.
Yeah.
So we've
So-
been scrambling a little bit since
Yeah.
then, because the event will raise in product and in dollars probably $250,000 to $300,000 for the event, because all the media is a free package to them. Their only cost theoretically is their transportation to get here and go home again.
And this is how you can apply that to the community event on Friday and allow that to be free to the public, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of
Right.
your, I mean, you got that many meals, it's
Yeah,
going to cost you
even at $10
$10 a meal, you're
that's
looking
over
at
$40,000.
$40,000. So there is an advantage also to the public for that day to get involved with this a little bit and see
Oh,
what's
yeah. It
going
really
on.
is, yeah.
So, I mean, we are fishing we're the fishing community.
That's right.
You know, we're kind of vying between Brainerd and Grand Rapids. Of course, I'm a little prejudiced here. I think we got a better area up here. We got more public land. We got more lakes. It's just a primo fishing area. And this fishing event should be here. And I don't know how many other times we've had it here in Grand
Twice
Rapids.
before. This is our
This is our
third.
third time.
Third
We've
time.
had it in '99 when Mr. Ventura was the governor,
Okay,
and
that was an interesting time.
that was very, very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this might be totally different. It's hard
This
to
will
say.
definitely be different.
Different, yes.
I suspect this governor will be a little more sedate.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, you know, you got to go through those
That's
things.
right, yeah.
It's a way to put the scale there. Okay, this looks like something that is, I'm looking forward to it, just to see how this starts to progress and see how the media starts to work on this, because they talk about this a lot earlier than the actual event, don't they?
Yep.
I mean,
They're
I've
talking
seen it
about it right
advertised right now.
Yep.
And, you know, the fishing opener, Grand Rapids, all the way down the line until for the next 3 or 4 months.
Right. Yep.
And so it's quite a promotion thing here for this
Well,
area.
and Explore Minnesota puts up a website that anybody can go to, but it's designed for the media.
Yeah.
And we'll start filtering some stories into there also
Okay.
about the area.
One of the things that we have involved with this $200,000 or $300,000 is that Cabela's Crestliner has donated a boat. And Steve's got a picture here, and part of the fundraising money that we gather is for the raffle of this boat. And the tickets are $5 a piece, and I think you can get a picture of that. I hope.
Yeah, I'll read it. It's a Crestliner 1750 Raptor TE. It's equipped with a Mercury 115
Optimax.
EXL PT Optimax Shorelander trailer. I don't know what the looks like. 35,000 value. I can't quite.
$26,000
$26,000.
value as it sits.
Okay.
I'm trying to work with a few people to get a few more additions on there.
Somebody is going to go home with that on
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Somebody will win that on
That's
Saturday
correct,
night,
yeah,
and you're going to have tickets available.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Ticket-
raffle tickets.
And we have a list of the different locations to buy the tickets when we at the end of the show too.
Okay, we'll have that on there,
Right.
as far as where you can
That's
purchase
correct.
these tickets. There must be 15, 20 places there, it looks like,
Right.
on that list that you can pick up these tickets for $5. And you hope to sell
I'd like to sell 6,000-7,000
7,000 tickets.
tickets.
So,
Yeah. In my budget, I've got selling at least 6,000. So we have a ways to go on that one. And
so if you buy one ticket, your chances are maybe 1 out of 6,000. If you buy 6 tickets, you got it down to 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah,
And that's
there we
starting
go.
to look pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's part of your fundraiser too. It's not
yeah, there's
the
also
biggest part, but it
Yeah,
sure
there-
brings people in.
there's also a second place prize I should mention too.
That's right.
Some golf packages and evenings at Rutgers Resort here and also at Bay Lake.
Okay.
So
So there's second place prizes too.
yeah, so there's a lot of fun and a lot of opportunity for people to have fun in the community with us too.
Sure, for that weekend. Even if you're going fishing on the opening someplace else, you can partake in some of this on Friday.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then if you
That's
get back early, you can kind of
Right.
see what's going on in the area. And
Right.
it's
Come on down
a good event for everybody.
that shoreline or at the community picnic and
Picnic on Friday.
Yeah.
see all the different things and all
Yeah.
the number of people that are involved in this and the effort that it's taken to put this together.
You bet.
By
You know, we've
all the
had
co-sponsors and everything. So.
we've had community events on the night before fishing season or
Right,
evening
right.
before fishing
That's
season
correct.
here in Grand Rapids, and they've been successful at Central School.
Right.
And so this one is going to be the biggest one of any of those.
Right. And the reason that we're having it there, excuse me, Steve, is that if it rains, we got a place for them
Right.
to come in and eat. So.
Yeah, if it rains.
If it
yeah,
rains,
yeah.
yeah.
Or snows
Or when it
whatever.
rains.
Yeah. Never know.
Never know.
You just hope for the
You
best.
just hope
and,
it's a
you know, no
nice
matter what
event.
happens, it's still
It's
going to
gonna-
be
right.
a great event.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to reiterate on all this, but maybe somebody hasn't caught this whole thing as they've been watching this. Could you go through one more time when this thing starts, what's involved through Friday night, and then through the evening to Saturday?
We start actually Thursday night with the host dinner, the
Okay.
Rules Committee.
Host dinner.
Yeah, that's on Thursday. Friday is registration. And that goes all day. And then Friday night, and actually Friday afternoon, we'll have some activities, if the weather is decent for the kids, up at the community center or civic center. And then the meal will probably be 4:30 to 7:30. And we're planning for 4,000. Then Saturday, we'll be serving breakfast to all the guests and the hosts, so as well as shore lunch. Then the evening is celebration dinner at Timberlake Lodge, and then breakfast Sunday morning. So we'll be doing probably over 5,500 meals over that short period of time, and Fred Bobich and I have to find all the food for it.
Okay.
So that's what makes his job.
And then from then on, it's pretty much media involved.
That's correct.
Yes.
From then on. So
Our key emphasis is on the media and on promoting this area for the outdoors and fishing.
yeah, and this could have been done without involving the public on this thing, but you guys got together and said, hey, let's have a community event here too.
Well, even if the number of people that are on the committees that are involved and the local sponsors that are here, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The success and the willingness for the different people in the community to step into this and open up their wallets and time and to get this thing to make this event very successful. It's been quite encouraging.
Yeah, Tom, if anybody wants to participate, either donating product or dollars, they can get a hold of me.
Or me, and I can direct them to Steve.
Steve Arbour,
yeah.
Gary McInerney.
Right, yeah.
Those are the two right there.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Well, I just want to emphasize, too, that Shannon is my co-chair.
Shannon Benalka.
Right, she's the co-chair on this. She was not able to make it here today, but she and I are the co-chair on this.
Okay. Anything else you want to?
We're just looking forward to have a lot of fun and promoting the area.
Good.
And make it an event that the media won't soon forget.
Okay. And public out there, let's get involved with this. Let's get behind these two guys and make a great event.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds good.
We want to thank you for letting us have this opportunity to come and talk to you today. And it's been real enjoyable.
It's been fun. Great.
Good to
Thank
see
you,
you
Gary.
again.
Thanks for coming in.
All right.
Steve?
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And thank you, folks, for watching Just Outdoors. And remember, stay informed.